Hello everyone and welcome into another episode of Buffy. Today we are on season 6, episode 10, titled Wrecked. I have a couple things that I want to say about the last episode. I wrote down a couple quotes from the last episode and I'm just going to give you where I'm at in here based on those quotes. So at one point, Spike said, just because she's confused about where she fits in, I'm supposed to be too, because I'm not. Spike said that about Buffy to Buffy. I feel like that's kind of a lie. I feel like he's been confused about where he fits in. He's been kind of shown moments of wanting to fit in with the Scooby Gang genuinely. But I think he also is just saying that to her and getting off on that, trying to isolate her because he wants her for himself, right? That feeling of not knowing where you fit in is something that I think he can relate to not only on this vampire chip level, but also like his human life level. I think he's always been a bit of an outcast. I think that's probably why he really loved Drusilla, is like people didn't understand her. He loves people who you know what I mean? People who are outcasts, I guess, because I think he can relate to them. And so he wants to isolate her. He wants her to feel all these insecurities that she feels because it's a mirror of exactly how he feels as well. And he enjoys suffering with somebody else. And so seeing her suffer, I think, is just him being like, see, you are like me, let's suffer together. At one point, Amy said to Willow, maybe you'd rather sit home all night alone like you did in high school. It's interesting that she dug in about how Willow was like in high school, because if you look back at the early seasons of Willow in high school, very, very different to who she is now. In a lot of ways, in a good way, in a lot of ways, in not a great way. But in high school, she was just walked all over. You know what I mean? And now she is this powerful witch, and she is really getting off on that power that she couldn't have dreamed to have when she was in high school. And even if she had it in high school, probably wouldn't have the confidence to use it in the way that she has way too much confidence now when it comes to it. So I thought that was just an interesting thing for Amy to say, to feed into Willow's mind, to get her to just let loose, because clearly who she's been in her past, I think, is just someone that she doesn't want to be anymore, and she's kind of going to an extreme opposite end to get away from that girl that she used to be, but it's a really obviously bad, unhealthy way to do that. Oh, Spike had another quote where he just said, she doesn't fit in anywhere, she's got no one to love. Again, literally just projecting himself onto her, wanting her to be like him, trying to lure her into the dark side so that he can have her for himself. Buffy said to him, you like me because you enjoy getting beat down. I think there's some truth to this, both like metaphorically and physically. Like I think they both, remember when her and Riley even would like get into like some action and fight some demons and then be really horny after and like go at it with each other? I feel like she can do that on a much higher even scale with Spike, like really like let loose with her strength with him in a way that she couldn't do with Riley, even though I think some seeds were planted there with both of them enjoying that violence aspect of foreplay. Her and Spike are on a whole nother level with that. I do think Spike enjoys some degradation because I think he hates himself. And so he gets off on bringing like a sexual energy to the degradation so that he can get something out of it rather than it just be depressing. I feel like it's kind of a coping mechanism for him. Honestly, I think that Buffy hates herself too right now. And I think that's why she's ended up sleeping with him. I think she's really in her head about, why can Spike hit me now? Like, what is wrong with me? He's trying to get it in her head that something's wrong with her. And I think part of her believes it. And that is another factor that she's thinking about going into just giving into Spike, because I think she's been wanting to, but she knows she shouldn't, but now she's questioning herself because of all these things that Spike has brought to light, whether they're true or false, about something is different about her since coming back from the dead. Yeah, I think she believes it. It's feeding into her insecurities, and she's just like, what the hell? Why not? And that's kind of why she ended up going for it with Spike. It's interesting, the last thing she said to him before she kissed him, she made the move, kissing him, and partially, I think, to stop him from continue talking. She said to him, you haven't come close to hurting me. And then Spike said to her, and she cuts him off here with a kiss, he says to her, afraid to give me the chance, afraid I'm gonna... What do we think he was gonna say? Afraid I'm gonna what? Because I think she knew what he was gonna say, and she cut it off with that kiss. I'm gonna make you realize that you like it, just like I do. Like, I'm gonna what? That's kind of like where I'm thinking he was going with that sentence, but I'm very curious to hear what you guys think he would have said with the rest of that sentence. With all that aside, very interesting episode, the last one. I can't wait to get into this one. If you would like to watch the full episode with me, my uncut reactions are available below on my Patreon. We also watch Angel over there, and there's some bonus content over there as well. If you'd rather just watch the edited version here on YouTube, then let's get into it. All right.
What time is it?
It's literally the morning and they're not back.
Almost 7. Why didn't anybody wake us up? Where is everyone?
Yeah, Buffy's didn't come home at all. Is she still with Spike?
Willow didn't come home either.
I'm sure they just...
Oh my god,
Lost track
thank
of
God
time.
we have Tara. Still at the house.
When did the building fall down?
Kinda was happening all night, I think.
I don't know. Sometime between the first time and the,
Oh my god.
Yeah, you know, usually things change. I mean, not totally drastically in every situation, but sex can change things. Sex changes relationships. I just am curious to see how it will or won't change theirs on both sides. Like how they're both going to, I don't know, I could see Spike just handling this the same way he handled the kisses, where he just keeps enticing her and keeps being like, you want it. You know, and she could continue on being like, this won't happen again. I kind of want to switch up that dynamic though, but I don't know what the dynamic's gonna be.
What's the hurry, love?
The hurry is I left on all night. And don't call me love.
Yikes, yeah.
Thought we could.
Not gonna happen. Last night was the end of this freak show.
Okay.
What, we're gonna read the newspaper together? Play footsie under the rubble?
Not exactly what I had in mind.
Stop!
Nate.
Holy shit. I cannot lie, this is wild for cable television. What network was it on when it switched?
I knew the only thing better than killing a Slayer would be...
What? Oh! That's what this was about?
It's not what it's about, but
Vampires get you hot.
A vampire got me hot. 1. But he's gone. You're just convenient.
I wonder if she believes that.
Nothing's changed. It was a mistake.
Bollocks. It was a bloody revelation.
No, let me go.
I may be dirt, but you're the one who likes to roll in it, Slayer.
Not the grave joke.
Oh, you're bent.
Yeah, it made you scream, didn't it?
If you tell anyone about last night, I will kill you.
This is an interesting test to give him. He better keep his mouth shut.
You are gonna want these too.
Oh, guys, I love Tara so much. She's the most wholesome thing, and this season needs her.
I better get going.
Amy. Amy the rat?
When?
Last night. It's nuts. Everything's different.
What do they do, though? This is so awkward. This is so weird.
I couldn't even keep up with her last night. I can do some transmography, but she is messing with dimensions and everything. It was awesome. Sorry. It's just been, me and a bag of pellets for the last few years.
I'm happy she talked too much. It's good for them to know what Willow was up to.
Where were you? Are you okay?
I'm fine.
You're not. You're all sore and limpy.
Had a fight. You know, the all-nighter kind.
Figured. So, what's the big bad? Should we be worried?
No. Tara was here?
I guess she stayed over with Dawn.
You guessed?
Since no one else did.
Where were you?
I think my pancakes are burning, but...
How metaphorical.
I've gotta get some sleep.
I can't tell what Willow is thinking right now. I think just awkward about seeing Tara walking in with Amy like that, Amy blabbing about everything. I guess it's just awkwardness.
You should rest. You're beat from monster wrestling all night.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Claudette.
What the hell? I mean, good, but what? Is she that drained? She did that much magic that she can't close some curtains right now? Are we not gonna get to find out exactly what, I mean, you know what? The show can leave it up to my imagination because I'm sure it was wild. And that's all I need to know.
All these demons are starting to look alike.
Oh, Anya's
Yeah,
hair is
reptiles?
blonde.
Reptiles with horns. Still finding nothing of the steeled diamond Frieza guy variety.
Anya!
I'm sorry.
She's so real for that. No, that's so her.
I can't decide whether to put my bridesmaids in cocktail dresses or the traditional burlap with blood larvae.
The traditional what?
I was a demon for 1,000 years, Xander. You can't expect me to turn my back on all the ways of my people.
Maybe it's time to try something new, you know? Hit the streets, get Spike on it.
No, Spike.
What about Willow? Can't she do something?
Maybe. You know, she's just helping Amy through a transition.
And making yourself a playmate to do magic with.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah.
You know, maybe she doesn't need to be monitored. You know, she's going through something,
Oh my
but
gosh.
we're not her.
She keeps projecting everything.
We all do stuff. Stupid stuff. And we learn and we don't do it again.
But Buffy, you and Willow are going to continue.
So what do you want to do? It's gonna be hard to top last night.
And she's like,
Yeah, I don't.
since bringing Amy back, she's really only been hanging out with Amy, which, yeah, I do think is filling a void for her.
I think we should just take it easy.
I have a better idea.
Yes, no. Oh my god, no. She's finally thinking right. No, Amy.
Spells that last for days, and the burnout factor is like nothing. I'm not kidding you.
Wow.
This guy will blow your mind.
This conversation is the most, I guess, stark and in your face that the comparison to like a drug addict, magic addict parallel has been drawn. The crash, she's like, I'm not sure the crash is worth it. Maybe we should chill out. Like, no, I know someone. They have this new thing where you can keep going and going. And it's like, well, you're going to always crash out.
You can't feel it?
What do you?
What in the world?
Here. Come on.
Why does Amy know about this? This is odd. What in the world? Oh my goodness.
It's cool, isn't it?
Oh
place is
my
closed.
god, it legit is a crack den.
Rack,
Who's?
Who's Rack?
Rack.
Hello.
Rack, it's my turn.
This is... wow. This is a lot.
Thanks, Rack, for taking us.
Why do you know Rack? You were like 16. She was like a normal girl before. Like a normal witch, I thought. Crazy mom.
Amy said I could help you. But did Amy say how you could help me?
Alright, now it's time to go.
I have some money, a bit.
Not money.
She about to sell her soul or something? I swear to God. That's what it feels like. Don't touch.
You gotta give a little to get a little, right?
A little what?
It's okay. It's over fast.
You did this already? What the fuck is this?
You taste like strawberries.
Alright. Alright. What the? Hallucinating too? No, this is where things are gonna go downhill real quick from this point now. She walked in all Willow-like, being like, I don't know, it's okay, I don't know, like timid and like unsure and like, I'm not trying to get messed up in anything. And when she leaves here today, I don't think we're gonna see that Willow for a very long time. What the hell was that? See, it's not all fun and games the whole time. It's impossible for it to just be fun, fun, fun. The hell? What? How are we back? What just happened? I feel like that should scare her off. Honestly, that was freaky. Oh, she is scared. Oh, girl. It's okay. Just don't. It's easy to say just stop, but she's in too deep at this point. Like she just needs therapy and an intervention, actually. Holy shit. That is heartbreaking and eerie.
Ow.
Oh my god, girl, please be careful. Oh my god, how are you supposed to move past a breakup when you can do shit like that?
And it's not like I even needed Tara to stay over. I'm so totally fine on my own.
Girl, I don't know about that.
You are gonna be around tonight.
Yeah, exactly. Aw. Oh my god, she better be.
Do something if you want.
Oh girl,
A movie, maybe?
don't fuck with Dawn. Don't offer this and not do it, please. The hell? Amy?
Uh-oh.
Busted.
Yeah, what?
Where's Willow and Dawn?
Yeah.
I like your coat.
What the hell is happening?
So they didn't let you in.
Please, please, I need this stuff. Willow wants me to have it. She understands.
Understands what?
As bad as I am, worse. I bet she's at Rex right now.
Yeah, let's fill Buffy in right away, thank God, before it gets even worse.
Willow's his new favorite.
She's there. With Dawn.
With Dawn?
So, the burger was good? You liked it? Are you kidding?
She is not for real taking Dawn with her there right now.
The other day with Tara. She's sad and everything. Did she say something? Not exactly. I can just tell by the way she was acting.
Oh my God. Dawn wants them to get back together so bad. It's so sad. It's almost like they're her parents in a way. That's how she's reacting to that breakup.
Is this right? Is this the way to the movies?
Yeah, I took you the long way around. I just have to make one quick stop first.
Oh my goodness.
Why is it hidden?
I don't know.
I can't believe you're taking Dawn in here.
Can you just hang here for a minute?
What about the movie? It starts at 9.
We'll make it. Hey, I'll just be a minute.
Oh, it's just sad to watch at this point.
I like the trailers.
Me too, girl. I love the trailers of the movies. It was more special when you didn't just easily get them on YouTube and stuff, but no, some creep is gonna come in here and talk to her. I can't believe Willow is doing this. Oh, who are you? Also, I get that it just fits the whole theme of like her being an addict. That's what it's really, really harping into in this episode. Okay, that's what they're doing when they're hallucinating. Huh. Jesus Christ. She's out of this world. Who was that? Was that Buffy? Who was that?
God, do you
Whoa.
sleep through anything? I was like yelling and nothing.
Someone should teach you how to use candles in foreplay, love.
Get dressed. Dawn's missing. Okay, her and Dawn have been missing for hours. There's some guy named Rack.
Rack.
He probably
some
knows
sort
I
him.
know who he is. He
Of
deals
course.
in magic, black
Yeah.
stuff, dangerous.
I've been all over downtown and I can't find his place.
Hey, Donnie. It's movie time.
Do you know how
Girl,
long I've been out here?
exactly.
It's too late for the movie.
Whoa.
Are you okay?
Fine. Let's get out of here.
Can we have this girl look in a mirror?
I said we were gonna have fun and we were gonna have fun.
Oh my God, it's just frustrating seeing her like this. It's triggering.
We're fine. Everything's fine.
Who is that?
Things have changed.
Will you quit that? The only thing that's different is that I'm disgusted with myself. Was the most perverse, degrading experience of my life.
Me too.
Exactly.
Gave me a run for my money, Slayer.
He's right. She just doesn't want to accept that about herself,
you.
which I get.
You know it.
He really loves to throw around, and I love you.
I'm in your system now. You're gonna crave me like I crave blood. And the next time you come calling, if you don't stop being such a bitch, maybe I will bite you.
Hey.
I want you out of my life, out of my work, out of my
Too
home.
late for that. You invited me in already.
She can change her mind.
You really gonna put your little sis in danger just to spite me?
Yeah, I guess not. For tonight, we do need you.
I'm going home.
Then go. Maybe I could just pop you back.
Magic? What's that?
A demon.
What? I didn't.
Oh my God.
Oh, no, it's okay. He's not real.
He's real, girl.
You summoned me, witch.
Summon.
Did. You raised hell with your magic.
Nice.
He's too fast!
Okay.
Get in!
Okay, yep, okay. I mean, oh my God, no, don't be, why are you laughing, Willow? This isn't funny. This is really scary to watch. Oh my God. I was about to say, okay, at least the demon seemed to snap her out of it and be like, okay, no, I gotta protect Dawn. Like, what is going on? What am I doing? But then is this gonna snap her out of it? Is this gonna finally get a genuine apology? A genuine, clearly I need to change something that I'm doing here? Thank God Dawn's okay. He's still coming? Oh my God, the violence, I love that. Dun, 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 dun. Good job. All right, nick of time as always.
Now you're scared?
What the
Better
hell?
late than never.
Obviously, it's because of something connected with Willow, but what? That was fun. Like a fun way for it to die. Oh! She did the. Oh.
He was after Willow. She made the car drive. Don't!
No, honey, please. I need to see it, okay?
Oh, it's probably broken.
Honey, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It was an accident. I didn't see. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Yeah. Oh. Wow. Oh, I'll cry. Oh, Willow is going through a lot right now, but Jesus Christ. You're hurting so many people.
I screwed it up. Everything, Tara.
Yeah, you know what? You
Yeah.
did screw up, okay?
Yeah.
You could have killed her.
I can't stop, Buffy. I've tried and I can't.
Oh, it's nice to see her self-aware about this.
I need help.
Yes.
Please.
Or help her get help.
Buffy.
You gotta take that chance when they're willing, even though it's hard to help when they hurt you and people you love so much.
Is she okay?
She's sleeping. The ER doc gave her something for the pain and knocked her out.
Sorry. I'm so...
I believe she's genuinely sorry, but I'm afraid that's gonna keep happening.
I thought I had it under control and then...
You kind of never have.
Because of Tara.
It was even before the breakup, yeah.
It started before she left.
Yeah.
It seemed like things were going so well.
She was making them go well.
If you could be a plain old Willow or super Willow, who would you be? I guess you don't actually have an option on the whole super thing.
But,
Well, there's nothing wrong with you.
yeah.
It took me away from myself. I was free.
Wow.
I get that.
Yeah, the self-loathing is rampant in this room.
It won't happen again, I promise.
I hope not. I don't believe
No
her
more
yet.
spells, I'm finished.
Oh, definitely not that. You're not done with magic. Is this just... What? Oh my god, withdrawals? Is the garlic actually a thing? I forgot in this universe. Is it actually a thing to ward off vampires? Oh my god, that's so sad that she's that diligent about not wanting it to happen again. Oh, I would love to know who JD Peralta is, if anyone knows. Whoa, that was... Can I just say, first of all, I'm both happy and sad that our three amigos weren't in this episode, like Jonathan and Cronies, because we didn't need them. We really didn't need them. They would have hindered the development of everything else going on. We barely even had Xander and Anya. I think just one scene, basically, maybe more, but it felt very little with them, which is understandable as well. I thought this was just a really well put together episode, and we're really getting into... What I've loved about this season so far is it feels like we're really getting into the psychology of these characters, and it's something that I really enjoy delving into, so I'm having a field day over here. Wow. So anyways, yeah, I'm happy that we didn't have the Three Stooges, like I said, because we didn't need them in this episode, but I'm also a little bit not happy because I'm afraid that they might... I don't know how I will feel if they keep drawing them out. Like, it could be a funny bit, but it just has to be done really well for me to not get annoyed, if you know what I mean. I don't know. It's a fine line with those three guys as far as how they're going to fit into this season. I still don't know if they're just planning on dragging them out to the very end, because honestly, with all of the changes and like the character arcs that our Scooby Gang is going through, they're almost like they're battling themselves in this season, and we don't really need a big bad, because that's the biggest bad, is when you have to do that. It's really hard, and it's enough of a big bad for me to not need a legitimate villain monster big bad. And then it could be just a funny joke to have like the three guys pop up here and there throughout the season to move some action plot along, and then what if they are the revealed big bad in the finale of the season? You know, it's possible that they could pull that off and make that funny, because like I said, our characters are fighting inner demons this season, and that, I think, is enough. Wow, the parallels that they made with Willow and it being a, like, drug addiction were rampant in this episode. We went to a dealer, we went to a crack den, we saw what other people who were strung out on magic, what have become of them, and we're worried for Willow that she's going to be like that. We're already worried for Willow without seeing what the people who've gone and seen Rack, or whatever the hell his name is, the people who get used by him. I'm concerned about how Amy knows about him, because like I said, Amy, I thought she seemed normal and just like a good witch, like not even a good witch, like a good student who practiced some witchcraft here and there. So like to know that she had a connection to this guy back in high school is really concerning. I felt really bad for Dawn in this episode, really bad. But as far as her being upset with Willow, totally valid. The slap, it's hard. They throw a lot of casual domestic violence around in this show. It's different. I don't know. I want to say it's different when you're like 15 and your brain isn't fully developed and this person who's supposed to be taking care of you like almost kills you. Like I would say it's a valid reason to slap someone, but it just is kind of interesting to me how often we see violence in that way thrown around in this show. If you have any thoughts on that, let me know. But I don't judge Dawn at all for her reaction to what happened tonight. It was traumatizing. It would be traumatizing to go through with anyone, but to go through that with Willow, someone who you're supposed to trust, someone who took care of you, you know, for months while your family was dead. It's awful. Thank God that what happened with Dawn seemed to at least break through enough to Willow to make her see that she is not okay, because I feel like up until this point, she's been, I'm fine, everything's fine. Everyone else is crazy for thinking there's a problem. I have it under control. And she even admitted she thought she had it under control, but I was like, girl, you haven't had it under control for a very long time. I'm grateful that she's finally at least seeing that. That is a huge step forward in my opinion. It's a hard step forward. It was really emotional to watch. We're really early on in the season, and I feel like if my theory that our inner demons are going to be the big bad of the season, if that's true, we still have a long road ahead of us for her and Buffy. It's so interesting how much Buffy can relate to Willow. It's so sad that she can't put it all out there in the same way that everything's out there for Willow. But, there was like a conversation in the last episode where I thought that Willow was going to have an intervention that Buffy was going to have an intervention with Willow, but then Willow was like, I brought Amy back, and it just got distracted from there. I read that as Buffy was about to have an intervention. A lot of you guys read it as she was about to tell her about Spike and her kissing and everything, and I actually completely agree with you guys. I think that's definitely what she was going to say, so I really do want Buffy to be able to tell someone, like, about what's been going on with Spike, because I think it's dangerous for Spike to have that over her head, and he has more of an advantage to be able to pull her in and isolate her from everyone else if she doesn't talk to somebody about what's been going on with him. I don't think that that's something she can put on Willow right now, I guess, because Willow's going through so much. Tara maybe would be an incredible person to talk to, but her and Tara haven't really talked like that, I think, before. I don't know if she would end up going to her, honestly. I really got a lot of insight into Willow's mind, especially when Willow said, what would you choose? Who would you choose to be? Plain old Willow or Super Willow? And I'm like, okay, well, when you put it that way, the obvious answer is Super Willow, but it's because of how you put it. Plain old Willow, that's not who you were. Like, plain old implies that you're boring and you're not useful to anyone, and no one in their right mind would ever want to be plain old anything. You know, it's the phrasing. It tells you so much about what she thought of herself just as a person, as a human. Magic isn't what makes you a good person or an amazing person. Like, your soul, who you are as a person is what makes you who you are and what makes you great. And she doesn't feel that way. It just goes back to that self-loathing that her and Buffy are very much on the same page about right now. And actually, they're both addicts. Like, right now, Buffy is an addict when it comes to Spike. She can't stop kissing him. First of all, she couldn't stop spending time with him. She kept going back. Then she can't stop kissing him. Now she's slept with him, and I have a feeling that's going to be the next step, is she's not going to be able to stop sleeping with him. And then Willow, with her journey of like not being able to stop using magic. They both are addicts right now. But I think me and possibly a lot of people in the fandom are harder on Willow right now because her coping mechanisms, her addiction is hurting others. Whereas with Buffy, it seems like her addiction with Spike is really only hurting herself and her own self-esteem, which is awful. Don't get me wrong, but it's often when an addiction starts to affect others that you start to get really upset and less patient with a person. And I think that's where Willow is at. But at the same time, I think they're both addicts in a way, and it's just a very different situation, obviously. I wish they could open up to each other, but I also don't think either of them are in the right headspace to give each other advice. I don't know. I'm really worried for the both of them. I don't know what to think at this point of Spike and Buffy. We didn't get too much more into Buffy's mind when it came to all of that in this episode, other than her just wanting it to end. Her feeling like, I think she feels a bit out of control. I think she's not feeling like herself. She's in her head about what changed in me. Why can he hurt me now? How have I let it get this far with him? I wouldn't have done this before. There must be something wrong with me. And she wants it to end. And I mean, ending on her in her room surrounded by garlic and like the cross and everything. Could she make it more clear? And that's what makes it hard to romanticize that relationship at this point. It's like Spike so badly wants it to be her and him against the world, and she just wants to feel like herself again. And I think she just is very lost. I can't lie. There are some really hot, spicy, fangirly moments throughout her and Spike's relationship, especially the last couple episodes. But yeah, I have to say right now, I'm rooting for Buffy to at least feel more in control of herself. I don't want this relationship to just be a spiral of her giving in, and then not feeling like she can't turn back at this point. You know, that would be awful. But I also don't think, you know, with Spike being who he is, being a vampire, that it's possible for them to find a healthy balance, for her to feel in control and not feel guilty over it. I don't know. Like I said, I think it's so interesting that Spike is so insistent about feeling that he's in love with her, and he's incredibly romantic for a vampire with these, like, he romanticizes them so much in his head. It's just interesting to see his psychology as well. I don't know, I'm when it comes to Willow, I'm hoping she can take baby steps going forward. I don't think that's the case. She thinks she can just cold turkey it and be like, I'm done. That's not gonna work. So I fear she's gonna continue to spiral. I fear that Buffy, especially because she has no one to talk to about this, and Spike is just gonna keep getting in her head, I bet she's just gonna continue to spiral. And my hopes for the both of these girls is just for them to be able to get to a point where they can take baby steps forward back into feeling comfortable in their own skin with who they are as a person again. Buffy doesn't feel human anymore, I think. I think she feels very dehumanized. For multiple different reasons in multiple different ways. And I think that Willow doesn't feel that she as a human is good enough. She has to be super witch. I want them both to just find their way back to themselves and be okay with who they are at their core. I don't really have anything to say about, do I hope Buffy and Spike end up together? I don't care. I'm a squeal at the hot scenes. I'm gonna squeal at the funny one-liners and the little insinuations and like the sexy moments. But at the same time, right now in this moment, how I feel is I just want Buffy to be okay. And if that means never speaking to Spike again, truly, cool. You know, I want Willow to be okay. This is our Scoopy gang, you guys. And these last couple episodes have been really hard. We haven't like seen them all in a room since Giles left, I feel like. Especially since Amy's gotten here and everything. And it's heartbreaking, like Tara being separated from the group, Dawn feeling a little bit lost with Tara and Willow breaking up, Willow being off with Amy, Giles being gone, Buffy like spiraling into this crazy situation with Spike, Xander and Anya off on their own a bit, just kind of like trying to keep it all together and worried about their friends, but then also kind of nervous about getting married and getting into that. It's like, everyone's so all over the place, and I just want to say I love my Scooby Gang, and I hope the end of the season treats them well, and that we learn things, and we grow, and we feel good about ourselves and each other, and love each other. I'm gonna get emotional. I'm gonna stop here. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully, I will see you guys next time.